Hey, she did speed. Look at the speed walk. Watch the speed walk. Ooh.
Yeah! Let that girl cook. She lead the WNBA in assists. She cooking. Let her cook!
What happens when a rookie sensation upstages a veteran star? The WNBA just saw sparks fly between Caitlin Clark and Skylar DIGGINS. An innocent bump or a jealous push? Fans are split and the drama's just getting started. Let's rewind the clock. Before the bump, before the drama, there were two players on very different paths. One, a celebrated rookie turned veteran star. The other, a newcomer taking the league by storm. Their collision? It's not just about basketball, it's about the changing face of the WNBA itself. Skylar DIGGINS burst onto the scene in 2013, a fresh-faced rookie ready to make her mark. She was the talk of the town, the next big thing in women's basketball. Fast forward to today, and DIGGINS a household name, a veteran with multiple all-star appearances under her belt.
And well, Queen having to be separated.
I really think they shouldn't have any hatred towards young ladies that are doing well.
During her rookie season, DIGGINS averaged 8.5 points per game. Not bad, right? Well, hold on to your seats because Caitlin Clark's entry into the WNBA is rewriting the rookie playbook. Clark's not just playing the game, she's changing it. We're talking about a player who's dished out a mind-blowing 224 assists in just 28 games. That's not just good, that's record-breaking stuff. It's the kind of performance that makes veterans sit up and take notice. So you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Isn't it great to have new talent? Sure it is, but it's not always that simple. Clark's aggressive play style isn't just turning heads, it's turning the whole league on its head. Some fans are loving it, others, not so much. Here's where the plot thickens. Clark's rise has made her a target, not just for defenders trying to shut down her game, but for veterans who might be feeling the heat. It's like watching a changing of the guard in real time, and not everyone's comfortable with the pace. Think about it, you've got DIGGINS who's paid her dues, climbed the ranks, and established herself as a star. Then along comes Clark, breaking records left and right, grabbing headlines and shaking up the status quo. It's enough to make anyone a little uneasy. This isn't just about two players, it's about the entire WNBA. Clark's explosive entry is forcing everyone to up their game. It's pushing boundaries, challenging norms, and yes, ruffling a few feathers along the way. So when that bump happened, it wasn't just a physical collision, it was a collision of eras. The established guard meeting the new wave head on. And the tremors. They're being felt throughout the entire league.
If I'm Caitlin Clark, I'd have told Sklylar DIGGINS, get your coat, your brim, and get on out of our gym, get your coat, your hat, and leave.
The collision between DIGGINS and Clark sent shockwaves far beyond the court. What if this moment wasn't just about basketball, but a mirror reflecting our deepest assumptions about female athletes? As the dust settled from the infamous bump, the WNBA found itself in the eye of a storm. Fans weren't just talking about the game anymore, they were choosing sides in a debate that's exposing some hard truths about women's sports. Social media erupted, comment sections filled up faster than seats at a playoff game. Everyone had an opinion and they weren't holding back. Some fans saw DIGGINS move as a veteran putting a rookie in her place. Others? They cried foul, calling it a petty jab at a rising star. This isn't just about a bump anymore, it's about how we view competition in women's sports. Are we ready for the intensity, the rivalries, the raw emotion that comes with high-stakes play? Enter Shannon Sharpe, never one to mince words. He didn't just criticize DIGGINS, he called her out. Y'all see Skylar DIGGINS speed up to make contact with her, Sharpe said. Stop this. Y'all mad because that corn-fed Iowa girl busting y'all a... Ouch. That's not just an opinion, that's throwing down the gauntlet. Now wait a second, there's another side to this story. Gilbert Arenas stepped up with a different take. He pointed out that Clark's sudden fame means every move against her gets magnified. They know the cameras are on Clark, Arenas explained, so even if you do that to everyone, it don't matter. They're looking to see if you do it to her.
Y'all see Sklylar DIGGINS speed up to make contact with her. Stop this.
So what's really going on here? Are we witnessing the growing pains of a league on the rise? Or is this about something deeper, like how we expect women athletes to behave? Some fans are crying foul, saying this proves nobody hates women more than other women. But is that fair? Or is it just another example of how we judge women's competitiveness differently than men's? Lexi Brown jumped into the fray, defending Diggins Smith. She argued that aggressive plays are part of the game, not signs of jealousy. It's a reminder that what looks like drama to us might just be another day at the office for these athletes. But this debate isn't just about Diggins Smith and Clark anymore. It's holding up a mirror to all of us. How do we react when women show the same competitive fire we celebrate in men? Are we ready for a WNBA where elbows fly and rivalries burn hot? This bump didn't just rock Clark. It's rocking the boat for the entire wnba. It's forcing us to confront our expectations about women in sports. Do we want fierce competitors or polite players? Intense rivalries or friendly games? The league's at a crossroads. As new stars rise and the game evolves, these clashes are bound to happen more often. The question is, how will we respond? Will we embrace the intensity, or will we cry foul every time things get heated? Oh, hold up, we've been so focused on this one moment, we're missing the bigger picture. What if this bump is actually the spark that ignites a whole new era of women's basketball? The real story isn't about what happened, it's about what's coming next. This incident between Sklylar DIGGINS Smith and Caitlin Clark isn't just changing the game, it's reshaping the entire landscape of the WNBA. We're talking about a seismic shift that could redefine how we view women's sports. Think about it, this bump isn't just about two players anymore, it's setting the stage for a whole new level of competition. We're seeing a league that's not afraid to get physical, to show some fire, and you know what? That's exactly what fans have been craving. This bump might just be the beginning. Other teams are watching and they're taking notes. You think Clark's had it tough so far? Just wait. We could be looking at a future where every game against Clark is a battle, where teams are gunning for her night after night. Some might say, isn't that going too far? But let's be real, this is what we see in men's sports all the time. The stars get targeted, they get roughed up, and we call it strategy. So why should it be any different in the WNBA? This bump could be the catalyst that transforms the WNBA into a league of fierce rivalries and intense matchups. We're talking about games where every possession matters, where the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. And you know what? That's exactly the kind of basketball that gets people tuning in. It's not just about the on-court action. This incident is forcing us to confront our expectations about women in sports. Do we want polite players who always play nice, or are we ready for competitors who'll do whatever it takes to win? The answer to that question could shape the future of the WNBA. If fans embrace this new intensity, we could see a surge in viewership. People love drama, they love rivalries, and they love seeing elite athletes push each other to the limit. On the flip side, if there's pushback, if people cry foul every time things get heated, it could stifle the league's growth. We've got to ask ourselves, are we ready to let women athletes be as competitive, as aggressive, as human as their male counterparts? This isn't just changing how players interact on the court, it's changing how we talk about women's basketball, it's sparking debates, generating headlines, and keeping the WNBA in the spotlight. And in the world of sports, attention is currency. What does this all mean for the future of women's basketball? It means we're on the cusp of something big. We're looking at a league that's not afraid to ruffle some feathers, to push boundaries, to challenge our expectations. We could be entering an era where WNBA games are must-see TV, where rivalries become the stuff of legend, where every matchup feels like a playoff game. This is the kind of intensity that turns casual viewers into die-hard fans. Remember, it's not just about the fans. This new era could change the game for the players too. We might see more aggressive play styles, more trash talk, more mind games. The mental game could become just as important as the physical one. Let's not forget about the rookies coming up. They're watching all of this unfold. They're seeing that it's okay to be fierce, to be competitive, to ruffle some feathers. This could shape a whole new generation of players who aren't afraid to make waves. And again, thanks for joining us on this journey through one of the most thrilling chapters in sports history. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. You're what makes this channel thrive. Thanks again for being a subscriber.